Rogbid sent me their M2 watch to review, and I really appreciate that. But that said, I don't think Rogbid is going to be very happy with this review. Stick around, I'll tell you why. Okay, first, if you go to the Kickstarter page and you look at all the hype, it is strong. More on that in a second. But let me give you the bottom line up front when it comes to this watch, guys. If you want to buy a watch that's in the $100-ish price range, there's 3 watches I'd tell you to buy in alphabetical order. The Amazfit Active 2, that's a good one. The CMF Watch 3 Pro, also good. Lastly, the Kospet Tank T3 Ultra 2, excellent watch. Reviewed that as well. Guys, those are good watches. You should buy one of those watches. If you look at the hype for this one, when I went to their Kickstarter page, guys, whoever did the marketing, man, they did some incredible stuff. Like, it looks legit. It claims, you know, tungsten steel chassis, which I do believe is correct. Like, I'm definitely not arguing against or disbelieving them when it comes to the construction. But if you scroll down that page and you look, it looks like this is the equivalent of, or even a killer of, the Garmin Fenix 8 at a much lower price. And it is not. And it's not even close. Like, there are definitely some watches out there in lower price brackets that can compete with that Garmin on some categories, but this isn't really doing it in any of them. I gave it a fair shake. I tried really hard, but guys, when I went to set this up, the setup was not particularly easy. It took 2 QR codes just to get it going. One to download the software, and then secondly, one to pair the watch to the app. And then lastly, I had to go and pair it via Bluetooth as well. A lot of watches or other wearables kind of handle some of that in the background for you. Rogbid does not do that. Once I got it going and wore it, I found that while I do like chunky watches, this might even be a bridge too far for me. It is very chunky, and with a flat back, you would think that it might actually be more comfortable, but I found it to be less so. And the PPG sensor had some scuffs on it, so I don't know if I was the second, third, fourth person to run with this or if it was a prototype or what. It felt and feels very prototype-ish when I use it. So just to get started, guys, the display, they claim 1500 nits. In direct sunlight, I had a very hard time seeing it. In my real world testing with my uncalibrated eyeballs, I would be surprised if this display makes 600 nits. Maybe there's a brightness setting somewhere that I missed. That's entirely possible because owing to the kludginess of the interface, both the app and the watch, it's entirely possible that I missed it, but I couldn't really get this display to be very visible under bright sunlight. That's one hit. I should also mention, guys, the companion app is very difficult to deal with. If the phone is not directly connected to the watch for any reason, then the app starts burning cycles and signals trying to find it. I found that it ran through my phone battery really hard and even got my phone really hot. Those problems went away when I uninstalled the app. So I got to tell you, buyer beware on the app as well. Even navigating through the app, I just could not find it to be very useful or usable to me, at least compared to other smartwatch apps that I have played with in the past. The watch itself, in terms of control, yes, it is a touch screen. Yes, you have a crown, single button that pushes and turns. There are other watches I have played with a similar setup that I found the user interface to be relatively easy to use. But this one, every time I was swiping around or trying to do things, it really was jerky, laggy, and sometimes oversensitive. So I found navigation in the watch to be very difficult as well. When it came to notifications, I initially could not get any notifications on it, but after a bit of wrangling, I was getting app notifications. At no point could I ever get text notifications, even when pairing, doing everything that I could. If there's a way to do it, I'm not aware of it. So when it comes to text notifications, I wasn't able to do it. App notifications were present after a bit of finagling. So in general, with the smartwatch stuff, I give it low marks, not completely zero, but not great. It was difficult in that regard. Once we get to the smartwatch, the sport watch portion of the event, things get worse. I ran it when I was doing a Peloton ride and compared the heart rate sensor to my Garmin Fenix 8, which is heart rate sensors goes is good, but not perfect. I've talked about that before. It's definitely decent. This, in terms of heart rate sensitivity, might as well be fantasy land. In terms of resting heart rate, it seems okay, but as soon as your heart rate starts to go anywhere, this thing does not keep up, doesn't tell you what your decent heart rate is. And at the end of the workout, when I was done, not only was the heart rate plot worthless, it told me I burned 0 calories after spending 1 hour on an indoor bike where my max heart rate had gotten up to, I believe, 175 at one point. Probably legitimately there, 0 calories burned. So any activity data that this watch gives you is, in my opinion, worthless. It's just not going to be of any use whatsoever. But wait, there's more. I decided to try it out on a walk to see what it was like for GPS. I had previously gone in the app and downloaded a GPS file or whatever it's called to try and get this watch kind of synced with where I was in the known universe, in theory, to help things out, because any of these watches, absent kind of a little cheat sheet ahead of time, usually take a long time to lock or zero in with where you are. And that cheat sheet thing kind of helps out. And every watch does it, Garmin does it, all the others do it. So I did that, and then I stood out in the driveway with the dogs, as I'm wont to do, waiting to go on a walk. And guys, it didn't lock. It just wouldn't and wouldn't and wouldn't. And after, I don't know, like 5 or 10 minutes, I decided, hey, I'm just going to go for a walk, see if it ever catches up, and it never did. So in terms of any offline mapping, offline navigation, track back, or going back and looking at your walks or runs later, if there is GPS capability in this watch, couldn't find it. Maybe the chipset and the software is in there, and I'm just an idiot. Maybe my prototype theory holds weight, but could not get GPS to do anything with this watch whatsoever. And guys, I've dealt with other, $100-ish watches that had excellent GPS. Guys, this is definitely not one of them. Guys, the battery life on this is probably okay. It's got a pretty good sized battery. If all you care about is a watch with a lot of battery, I think this will do you. Guys, there's a lot of other watches out there with good battery though. And so I'm not gonna try and sell you the dream and say, well, everything else sucks with the battery life, A-okay. Guys, in a world where Amazfit, CMF, and Kospet exists, this watch is not a watch that I would recommend to anybody for any reason. And here's the thing, I'm sure that Rogbid has software and hardware engineers, and I believe they are capable of making a better product. I think it is in their heart and soul to want to do it, but this is not that. For all I know, I'm burning the crap out of the bridge with Rogbid, and they're probably never going to email me or talk to me again. But that said, if they ever want to do another watch that has fully baked features and isn't kind of running around on the ragged edge of kind of whateversville, I would be more than happy to test it. Heck, if anybody wants to send me one or recommend one that you think is better or works, I would be open to it. But this is not that, guys. I really don't want to try and put something in front of you that I feel you will be unhappy with. And no lie, guys, if you pick up one of these, I don't think you're going to be happy. I will link to their Kickstarter in the description. I don't expect you to buy it. Directly below that, I'm going to link to the other 3 watches in the same price range that I think you should look at if you're looking for a smartwatch or sport watch in that price range. There are some really good ones out there for $100, no lie. I keep finding them, testing them, and doing reviews. I did one on the CMF Watch 3 Pro by nothing, and I don't know when that aired as compared to when this one's airing. Kind of depends on my release schedule. Excellent watch. I've dealt with Amazfit stuff before. Excellent watch. You've seen me review 2 Kospets. Excellent watch. All of them good to go, guys. Buy one of those. Save yourself the headache. Hit my links in the description. They're all affiliate links except for the Kickstarter for this thing. Hey, if after you've watched this video at this point you still want to buy this, then it's on you. Buyer beware. Don't come back and blame me, okay? If you do buy one and you have better luck than me in the comments, come back, let me know. If you're from Rogbid, you see this and you want to hit a counterpoint in the comments, let me know, guys. But I just really had a frustrating time with this watch. And so I don't know that I'm inclined to mess with it any further. In general, guys, if you like gear reviews, flashlights, knives, firearms, wearable smartwatches, occasional firearms content that I mentioned that, sometimes fitness content because I'm a aging athlete and sometimes I do a little bit of content on that. Please do those YouTube things, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. My release schedule is usually once a week and sometimes more. I've been really busy this summer with a lot of product and flashlights. I got another one of those coming up too, another Woobin. Those are excellent. But guys, do tag along if you're interested in what I am showing you. Your time is valuable, guys, and I realize that this has been a lot, like 10, 11 minutes of me talking about a watch you shouldn't buy. And guys, if you had the endurance to make it this far, all the way through that, I really appreciate you. Thank you for watching. Oh yeah, and if you really want this watch, you're probably gonna find it on eBay for really, really cheap. I'm just letting you know right now. You might find it under my name on eBay. Enough of that, guys. Take care, stay safe. I'll talk to you soon.
Get 'em, Jay.
Tulip, have you been working hard? Have you been working hard? Do you have anything to say for yourself?